guys, thanks for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Today we are doing a no makeup look. So I don't know if you want to go to the pool or you're going camping and you're like, I just need a little bit of something because I know it's gonna all kind of wash off either in the water or from sleeping. So I got you covered. Just trust the process. That's all I gotta say with this, because it's gonna be crazy at first, but trust me, it works. I already did put my lashes on underneath. This is my second day of using them. I haven't changed them at all, and then again I can do another video on that because it is a little bit of a process. But let's get started. I already washed my face, and now I'm just gonna do a face mask. I always say use your favorite face mask before you're going out to an event. Nothing too hard or too harsh on the skin. You just want it to be kind of glowing, hydrated, looking fresh before you're gonna be going without makeup on. So I'm trying this new product. It's called Freeman. I got a sample, so we're gonna try it out today. And I'm also gonna share a little story of my previous dating life and everything that went down with that. So yeah, let's get started. Just gonna open this up because I already washed my face. Oh, that's an interesting color. Oh, okay, here we go. Got a nice little, oh, it feels very kind of dense. Okay. Anyways, story time. So when I was in my early 20s, I started dating this guy, and we're gonna call him Apple. I don't know why. First thing that came to my mind. So Apple was super sweet, super nice guy. We dated for a few months now. I think it was 4 or 5. Maybe it was less. I honestly don't remember. Super sweet guy, super nice. Really liked his family. He still lived with his parents. He was going to school. And, I was living on my own, but I was working. And I was at a family dinner once, and his mom was like, hey, it'd be super cool if you went on our family trip for New Year. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he was like, yeah, you should totally come. And I was like, cool. And so he's like, we're going to Colorado. And I was like, awesome, love to go. And so his family, we all drove there, and I drove with his mom, and we were going to visit his grandparents in Colorado. Okay, nothing too big, nothing too crazy. I thought, okay, yeah, this is gonna be a great trip. I'll get to meet his grandparents. Maybe things will go further, we'll see. The first thing that his grandparent said to me when I got there, they kind of lived out literally in the middle of nowhere, out in the boonies, on a farm, ranch place. I don't know. There was not much around, but literally the first thing his grandma told me was, I'm surprised your mother let you go. And I was like, well, it's nice to meet you too. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't say much. It was just kind of you don't really say that to someone when you first meet them. So you can tell how the trip's already going just by that first comment. So I was like, okay, cool, it's nice to meet you too. And so, of course, I was with his mom, and he was in a separate area, which is totally fine because I definitely was not for that life. And so the trip was fine until one day. Hold on, I'm gonna take this off. All right, we're back. I just cleaned off the mask that I put on, and yeah, this is my skin, no makeup. I do have a few blemishes, but that's okay. We're just gonna leave them. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a little secret, and then we'll get back to the story. So we're gonna bronze up our face, and we're gonna leave it overnight. And and we're gonna do that with a self-tanner. I know, it's crazy, but it works. There's quite a few people on social media that have done this, and I've done it, and I really love the way that it looks. I'm using this one. I got it at Walmart. It's literally only 10 bucks. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of show you how I bronze my face. You can do it this way, or you can do another way, whatever way works best for you. Okay, so we're in Colorado still, Apple and I and his family, and we're visiting his grandparents. And I can't remember how long we were there for. I think we were there for like 3 to 4 days. And so we were leaving not the next day, but the day after. And he, you know, I thought everything was going pretty good. Like, I feel like even though how his grandmother approached me, like, I was trying to get to know the family better, like trying to just put my best foot forward. And one day Apple came up to me and he was like, hey, can we talk? And I was like, oh my gosh, sure. So we go to like this downstairs area that's more private that his grandparents have. And he was like, I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's me, but I can't do this anymore with you. And I was like, what? Is he like literally breaking up with me and I am stuck in Colorado? Like, I have no way back. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, you can't do this anymore? Like, are we ending things? He goes, yeah, I'm breaking up with you. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was trying to not like cry because I really like this guy, and he was crying, he was upset, and I was like, okay. So I just like ran upstairs to my room, and I was like, awesome. So this guy broke up with me on his family trip, and here I am stuck in Colorado, no way home. I don't even know where the airport is because it is literally out in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I am just crying. And Apple, his mother heard me crying, and she came into my room and she goes, hey, is everything okay? What's going on? And I was like, no, everything is far from okay. I was like, no, everything is not okay. I was like, Apple just broke up with me. And she goes, oh, right now? And I was like, yeah, literally like 5 minutes ago. She goes, well, that's awkward. And I was like, yeah, kind of is. Now I'm stuck out here. And she just kind of sat by me and comforted me. Like, his mom was seriously like the sweetest person ever. Like, his mom was so nice, and she was just like, okay, well, let me go talk to him and kind of see what's going on. Maybe he's just having a moment. And I was like, okay, I'll be here. And my friend, I was texting her everything that happened, and she was super sweet. She was like, she called me and she goes, do you need us, like me and my boyfriend, to get you a plane ticket, like to fly back out here? And I was like, no, like, I'm just gonna kind of wait it out. I should have just left. I should have just took that plane ticket and I should have just left. But I was like, I'm gonna kind of just wait here and see how it goes. I know this looks crazy, but I promise you, trust the process, it's gonna work. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait here and see how things go. And she was like, okay, but like, please let me know if you do need us to get you a ticket to come back home. And I was like, okay, thank you, I really appreciate it. So like 20 to 30 minutes passed by, and his grandma wants to play like a board game. And I was like, okay, let's go play a board game. So we sit, and you know, she has no idea what just went down, that her grandson literally broke up with me. So I'm like, okay, we'll just play this board game. So we're playing this board game and it's just like super awkward. Like you can tell there's tension because Apple was there and then his mom knew what was going on and then the grandma was like, okay. So we were playing this board game and then it was like over and then Apple was like, can I talk to you? And I was like, sure, I'm still here. And so he talked to me and he was like, you know, I don't really want to break up with you. I was just having a hard moment. And I was like, okay. So we got back together. Because I was like, maybe he really is just having like a moment. You know, we all have our bad days. And I was just trying to find love so bad that time in my life. And I just really just needed to focus on like my education and myself, but I was just focused on this idea of like finding someone and finding love and falling in love. That honestly was really sad that I was okay being treated that way, because yeah, if you're planning to break up with someone, there's a time and place for that. And on a family trip, when you're in a different state, is not the time nor the place, especially when the person doesn't really know where they're at, has no other one out there with them, and no way of getting home. Like, that's just not very courteous. It's not very kind. It's not considerate at all. So, and he apologized, and we got back together, and we did the rest of the family trip that we had. And I was like, cool. And then, like, the moment we got home, like, from the trip, like, after driving, everything was settled, I just, like, ran back to my apartment because I was like, that was just way too much. Like, too much, like, just with everyone and everything. Like, I just feel like I was not treated the best, and, like, it put me in a very vulnerable and uncomfortable place. So I went back to my apartment, and honestly, like, I kept my distance from him for a few days. Like, I didn't really text or talk, and, you know, he was like, can we talk, please? And I was like, sure. And I ended up just, like, I broke up with him, and he was like, no, like, can we please try this? So he, like, wrote me this really nice letter, and I was like, okay, like, let's give it a try, and we'll see where it goes from there. And then he was like, after a few weeks, he goes, I think we need to take a break. And I was like, okay. So he's like, let's take a break for about 2 weeks and then see how we feel. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine, we can take a break. And so we took a break for 2 weeks, and then he was like, can you meet me at this place so that way we can talk? And I was like, sure. I was like, we can meet there and we can talk after. Whoa, don't do that, that was too much. Ah! Okay, I need to go wipe this off a bit. There we go. You want to contour it, you don't want to have it all over your face. You just want it to be slightly contoured. Slightly contoured. So anyways, 2 weeks pass by and we meet up at this place, and you know, he's like, you know, I honestly don't think this is gonna work out. And I was like, that's okay. Like, I think that's probably for the best. And yeah, we ended the relationship and we never spoke again. And, you know, I try to look at things as like a learning experience. And I told myself after this, I will never go on a trip with someone that I'm dating ever, unless I'm married. But then if we're married, we're not dating, because that was just, honestly, that was just awful. Like, and I never went on a trip with anyone, not even when I was engaged. I was like, I can't be put through that again. Anyways, you're gonna just contour and it's gonna look really weird. And you're literally gonna put like 2 lines here. I know, it's gonna look weird, but trust me. Trust the process. Okay, perfect. And then you're gonna take like eyebrow glue. Well, it's not eyebrow glue, but it's the glue that they use to laminate your brows. And you're just gonna put that on there. We're just gonna want our eyebrows to stick. And then in the morning, I'll show you what's next. So keep watching. And yeah, be careful who you go on trips with, because that was not fun. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of glue these down. Awesome, and we will see you in the morning. Hey you guys, it is the next day and I am exhausted and my lashes did not make it through the night, but that's okay, we can reapply them. I also want to let you know that they aren't waterproof, so if you are gonna go like into water, probably just best not to do that. I do have a lot of that self tanner, so we're just gonna remove it. I hope you guys slept well. I realized I am not a morning person, or I didn't realize this. I always knew this. That's my dog. I knew it deep in my heart. Alrighty, guys. Then you're gonna add a little bit of just chapstick. And yeah, that's it. See, I'm a little bit contoured. Oh, I still left some. It just adds more of like a contoured look to your face. But yeah, thanks for watching.